Hey, everybody. Back again. Factory time, everybody. So today, chores, right? We got a list of things to do. And then we're going to finish the digestion system of the factory. We have animal parts in the wet market and digestion, where we take all of the biological materials we are not going to be using. Did I not have personal logistics on? Why am I filled up on stack inserters? What is the problem here? Anyway, one giant disaster. Okay, giant disaster at a time. So here, the molybdenum makers, and I realized why we're making so little plate. And that's because we're taking half of all the dust and turning it into just stockpiling it here as a product to be exported. We're taking half of what comes out and putting it right here as a product to be exported. And then the rest ends up here. So, of course, very little ends up with plates. But the point right now is we got to get this water out of here. Oopsies. Oh, whoops. All right, now it's better. So great. We fixed that. Now we're going to do this. Pointed out by a kind viewer who pays attention. You know, I abuse you guys pretty bad. At times I heavily insinuate that you are in league with the biters. Perhaps even my viewership can be considered no better than spruces. But then some people show up and they're actually paying attention, which is kind of mind-boggling. Because just to pay attention and watch all the little details of what's like watching me run my face into these pipes over and over again. People are paying attention for this stuff. So we have 4 queens here and then 4 queens here. So we have 8 queens right now. So stable-ish. Anyway, people are watching and they pay attention and they help quite frequently, actually. And one of these individuals watching the rage-fueled rebuild down here, I don't even know how long ago, noticed that I failed to connect a belt here, leading to problems. So, great, kinda. Thank you, kind viewer. We have now fixed this. But I know that's not true. In your hearts, I know only a few have woody souls. Look at this in ever-ascending ire, waiting for the day that the biters actually break through and show me what the power of organics or love or some nonsense is. But no, hasn't happened yet. The factory must grow further. Oh my god, this place is not built for energy drink. Get me out of this horrible place. We're just researching, right? Alright, so it's gonna be a day of as I warp directly through it. Wow. Okay, alright, better. Not better. Stuck everywhere. Why can't I just run? Alright, and so our last chore, biocrud on lard waste processing. So let's just... We're going to have to take a look at this entire thing anyway, so... I'm not even sure exactly what that is, but I do have a vague idea that a few more of these things need to be touched. Like, it came to my attention that this is one tile offset here on the left-hand side, and here were 2 tiles offset? No. Absolutely not. Illegal in the highest degree. There. Symmetrical. Beautiful. Smooth. And then, oh yeah, there was something to do with the descent of materials. So, the farthest belt gets nothing. The closest belt gets biocrud, and it's also the only belt, which is kind of... What if I have something that decays into biocrud coming in right here? So shouldn't I, at very least, make this next door? But then I'll have a blank. And I don't want to do that. I guess I'm just kind of trusting to the future on this, right? Okay, great. So now we come here. Oh, I know what this problem was. Yeah, this is something that needs to be flipped. Look at the ugliness right here. We must pursue beauty at all costs. Now we want to flip it, right? Flip it for real? Oh, I didn't get the all of the inserters as well. Okay. Grab this entire thing. Then we flip it. We flip it for real. See, this doesn't go, but this goes. Oh, I guess that does go. And then, yeah, right there. All right, so what did I do with this? It means that the biocrud line is right here. So one, we don't need an out. And I think we decided that this is what I'm going to do. This is a biocrud line. And we're just going to export it from here. So right now the lard, right? Yeah, the lard comes in and gets mulched into biomass. And the biomass makes it out the back. Here, have some biomass. We can even see this working. There we go. And there we go. And it just burns and it burns. Big B burns. Yeah, it's going to take a lot to get through this. Look how fast it just exits the system. Excellent. Oh no, another one of those episodes. All right, hold on. Pause. Be right back. Pause. Okay, closed a bunch of stuff, including the binger. So hopefully we won't have any more bings today. All right, so the lard comes in, gets taken, gets mulched, and then at the end right here, at the end of the belt, we can't see it, but it's here. We have this, which if any biocrud ends up right here, it will move over. Do I want a stack inserter here? It'll move faster. Will it matter? I don't know. I should consider it. I can always add one later. All right, that's a good plan. And then lard, biocrud, if any of the lard rots, and then it'll make it onto this belt. And it comes as biocrud down here. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to set up a disposal station. Oh, when did I get this? Maybe it was just there and I missed it. Another waste disposal station right here. And then we're just going to get that out. And that's all of biocrud for right now. And if I happen to have problems with making biocrud later on, like I can always just put out another one of these. It's no huge deal. All right, so Mr. Dinosaur Hungry. I want you to come here and I want you to grab this biocrud. Then I want you to take it over to waste biocrud on the bio stack, which is right there. I want you to empty that inventory. And hopefully you never, ever, ever have to do your duty. You are here like a guardian of a nuclear bomb. We know we need one. We hope he never has to employ his function. Okay, I need some more windmills, and I need to figure out what's going on with stack inserters. Bing, 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 bang. Sure. So what's going on, and why do I not have stack inserters? Oh, is this all engines still? Yeah, it is in fact all engines. Maybe I can just let it go for a while. Because I do have enough in my inventory right now. That's just a temporary thing, I think. Alright, let's be brave, right? And we're almost out of caravans up here. That also is not a huge problem. Alright, anyway. What have we done? My God, what have we done? So we had lard right there. And then we did no, brains, and then lard, and then bones, and then whatever is opposite bones was what we're doing right now. Skin. It's time to deal with skin. I think that gets atomized to lead, right? So first of all, of course, we have our mascot for this area, which are these windmills. And now I think it's just an atomizer trip, right? This is going to be one of the easier ones to begin with anyway. Like we start right here. Come on down. We're probably going to have to bring in fuel for this. Actually, this is going to be too much. Okay. And you're going to have to make lead, right? I seem to remember something like this as I just click blindly around. Yeah, right there. Skin to lead. And let's just check that. Skin. We must get rid of skin. And that's a great void right there. We could also just mulch it. Right? Skin can be biomassed. I think. Like, don't take this. We should be making glycerol like that, but don't do that. A lot's going to be used in this. It's like, this is not waste. Like, ultimately should all be going to xenogenic cells, right? Maybe I should be doing that right now. Setting this up, like with this. I'm going to need these, right? But then this turns into waste xenogenic cells, and I'm not sure that's something I want to deal with. So, no. I'm only going to make these when I actually need it. So, okay, noted. So no, we're destroying here. This is last chance. If I ever want more, I'll have to add more primary demand, and that can be made for making xenogenic cells. All right, good, got it. I understand the way of the world. These are products. You add skin, a muck moo, some cotton guts, and empty honeycombs, and then somehow the honeycombs get filled. How does that happen? It's best you don't ask, friends. All right, so yes, lead is the way here. Lead is how we get rid of it. You can't even compost it, which is a little worrying, but whatever. So, okay. So, atomizer. I have known that we have to do something here, right? So, the way it's going to work is we're going to have material out, and then we have two materials in. Obviously, we have skin in, but we also have fuel in. So we're probably going to have to put in a caravan for briquettes right there, or maybe right here. I don't know. It's going to be somewhere. And then we do our usual snake belt. We shouldn't do stack inserters. Maybe we should. Should or shouldn't? Yeah, use them. They're here to be used. All right, so build the usual. And just like this, right? We can afford to do this here. Actually, it'd be a lot tidier if I brought it back in. All right, so fine, we do this. It's not perfect, but it's still pretty good. All right, so material in and then product out. I suppose we're just going to do a single stack of these right now on two sides. And then just call it done for right now. And put a caravan out somewhere. So we do this, I guess. Where is the aerial outpost? And then pick that up and then line it up. It's got to be in line right here. And we're doing just something like this, right? And this isn't going to put in a huge amount of atomizers, is it? Well, we're going to start with this. And if we happen to need more, I will come back and I will make more. That's probably too much, right? Yeah. So we can bring it over by like 3, and then we'll have 10 atomizers to start. And then if I need more, I'll figure that out because I have the rest of this block to work with. That makes sense. Koopy. Yeah, it finishes before. So I can even move it back over 1. And the buildings will line up properly. Okay, no problem. So that is the correct verticals. I'm not worried about the horizontals right now. But in a bit. And then H, right? All right, so good? Question mark. And then is that next door? It is ugly. They should not touch. You should always leave a space. That's how you communicate that it was intentional. And you're not packing it in as dense as you can. All right, so good. Skin will come in, power will come in. And power has to be from like a common source. So I guess. We move this down. And we put one right here, and we bring power in right here, and that's just the power source for everything, you know? Okay, obviously we have to get it in the right line, so which one's right? Not that one. Okay, good. Pull it in by 1. All right, so next. Lead out is going to be right there. And then we'll have briquettes out right over there. It's going to be something like this, right? And it'll come south and power all the other atomizers. And then skin. Okay, let's make this real, right? So leap, my friend. Leap, my glorious friend. And you're just going to go by like nothing's happening. And you also are going to go by like nothing's happening. Skin, however, gets off the bus here. And you leap over this. And then you attach over. Okay, great. And that means briquettes also come out right here. And I guess we just do this. And that's probably not an issue, right? Yeah, that'll work. How we tend to power. How about we take care of that? I've been building machines for days now, and I haven't been able to turn any of them on. Like the whole antimony generator hasn't been turned on. All these digestion systems haven't been turned on. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if that was a great idea, but I keep remembering the mantra. We are making a web, not veins. Okay, good, I think. Good, perhaps. Good, in a way. All right, so now we need servitors, right? So we need 1. You have to go get me briquettes. So whale hungry. Go get me fuel, please. And I am not sure why I dunked these. They're kind of not in the earth line. They're kind of in the earth product line. It's right about here, right? Where is they? Who knows where they is? The entire last half of this playthrough is going to be just this. You're getting a secret sneak peek of the thrilling content coming up. Where did I put that thing? Where is it in the sorting stack? Where do I do this? No, seriously, why didn't I have the briquettes right next to the coal squares, you know? This is kind of the same sort of thing. No. Am I out? I'm pretty sure I'm taking them from the South Factory, so I can't really be out unless the South Factory is also out. In which case, yes, actually, we are completely out. So yeah, it was right about there. This is kind of a problem. Empty cargo. So maybe I have to build those up here right now, or at least soon. Don't fly away from me. So what's the problem here? Of my many problems, what is this one's name? So you're waiting for more. And so this guy is trying to pick up, it looks like. No, that guy's dropping off. So where is the one briquette fetcher from the factory? Like, that's the one I just inaugurated. Is this guy the briquette fetcher? No, that's a briquette deliverer, and that's a briquette deliverer, and that's a briquette deliverer. Where is my briquette fetcher? Oh, this is all but exasperating. We make briquettes right there. And this guy is supposed to pick up. Now, this guy's here to deliver. And this guy's here to deliver. And we don't have enough wax. And there's our fetcher. And he's... Oh, because he delivers at the other one, of course. So we don't have any wax. Can I do this in the North Factory? Yeah. No, but also yeah. No. I mean, yeah, and yeah. So I'm on the edge. All I have to do is make dried biomass. And I can do charcoal briquettes up north. So hold on, everybody. I got to put that on my list. That has to be done pretty soon. Charcoal briquettes. All right, so we're going to sever the link to the South Factory. And I need to do dried biomass for some other thing, right? No, don't do that. Give me this. Give me this. It's for something else. It's for like bio oil or something, right? I know I need this stuff. Bio oil? Yeah. Yeah, it is what I need. So it's for the bio oil thing. And that's basically it, right? And then bio oil becomes a lot of stuff that I need. But it also is used in making natural gas. It's supposed to be, pretty sure, I'm almost positive this is a waste recipe, but it has to be done anyway. And so is dried biomass for anything else? So I'll add charcoal briquettes right next to bio oil, because those things go together. But no, the dried biomass is only used in these two things. Okay, I suppose. I wonder if bio oil is good to burn. I mean, it doesn't look like it, really. No, it's nowhere near good enough, right? Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Anyway, we solved a mystery there. Let's keep going. All right, so just continue, right? Next up, monitor. I need whale hungry, and I need right here, and I need you to fill your cargo with waste ore. And that goes to waste lead ore, which I think is right there. And then empty that cargo. Great. Be on your way, good sir. Or, hey, welcome to your new post, sir. So it's going to be a while before this actually turns on. Because I'm going to have to go get the briquettes, right? Yeah, right there. The upper third row, very top charcoal briquette. Okay, done, I suppose. And this is going to be the pattern we use for most of them. And so next up is going to be whatever's on this. And we're probably going to need more or speed these up or something. I need more belt. Bam. Okay, so pull it all up, and we're going to use all of that eventually. And we're probably going to need more atomizers, right? We probably just used all of them. Here, get to work making more. We're going to need at least 20 to do this, right? Okay, so we just put in skin digestion. So now we have to do guts digestion. And this also makes jerky, so I have to be aware. There's going to be jerky on this line. And so I have to do all the guts processing and then shove all jerky onto this line with the meat. And then we'll process jerky and meat at the same time, right down here. So continue. Oh, that sucks. Then jerky and meat's going to be done right in here. No, it's going to be done here. Okay, that's fine. And that'll be the last one I do. Because bio crud, I just decided to export. But there's no place to export jerky to at the moment. So I'll have to figure out the ultimate fate of jerky. It's not going to be made much. Like, this is non-intentional jerky. I'm going to have to make an intentional jerky area where we take meat and we just age it into jerky and it goes into the jerky supply. Do I do a full 4 block? Because there is such a thing as waste jerky. I think I probably have to, right? Oh, we did too much, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, I did too much. I was monologuing and all that has to be picked up. Bot's getting mad at me. All right, so this is guts and also jerky. Be aware, guts and jerky. Right there, guts and jerky. So I think we just do this, right? It's going to be a little different because we're going to bring down briquettes on this side. Maybe in the middle. Maybe like right down here. That probably is a good idea, right? So it's going to be the exact same thing, right? So just grab all you. And you got to be inverted. And then come down here. I suppose yeah, that looks all right. Oh, and this has to go over, unfortunately. Sorry, boys. It has to be lined up right there, I think. Probably right here, right? This is its area. And then like that. Okay. And then we have to decide what we're going to be doing with guts. We know it's something atomizer. So guts, we can do a couple things with you, right? And again, the goal is destroy. We can turn it into zinc at a huge amount, and we can't. So don't even look at that. Yeah, don't look at it. Don't look at it. We're going to turn it into copper. That's a lot of copper. We want to turn it into a little copper. We want to be as inefficient as possible. So copper is something we can do. Acetic acid is something we could probably do. Isn't there something else? Something else? We don't have worms. Oh, we can feed it to digosaurs. But we're going to not do that. We want steady supplies. So it looks like we have 2 things we can do here. Guts and acetic acid. So, no, I mean, yeah, right here. So I guess we'll do this. And then these guys will make acetic acid. And we'll try to just, since it's doing 2 things, hopefully One of them will always be running. I don't know if this is a good plan. This is waste acetic acid. And I no longer remember where primary acetic acid is made. So, yay, right? What am I doing? Then just do this and then hope, right? As our official plan, put that in there and hope. That's not even aligned right? Ugly. Oogly. So oogly. There we go. Better. All right, so acetic acid's got to get out of here. Where do we make acetic acid? Right there. Immediately. It's not even that far away. Oh, nice. Synergistic. And so are you correctly limited? It doesn't look like you are, frankly. So what I need to do is plug in right here, and then I want to put in a underflow valve right there. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. So we want to come down to this row. So we just want to come down, turn right at the quartz vein. Okay, no problem. Can do. All right, so we should probably just slip straight down, right? Then ultimately, I'm probably doing this wrong. I just full out admit that to everyone here. I don't know what the actual correct solution to guts digestion is, but I do know I've left room. So however I end up doing this in the future, there's room to implement that. Hopefully. All right, so what I need to do right here is to insert at this exact point ye old underflow valve 20, and that will govern all of this. And so I don't know what exactly we use acetic acid for, but we now have some recovery for it. So congrats. Tiny bit more efficient, maybe. This is definitely the proper way to do it, I say, for sure. I know in a couple other areas I have displayed contemptible weakness and just gone for whatever is expedient, like just burning material to ash instead of salvaging every last little bit of value out of it. Shameful. But here, at least we're going to be salvaging acetic acid, perhaps. We'll jigger this around as needed, and we have this entire rest of the space to layer in all the different ways that we might possibly get rid of this stuff. So what I need now is to bring briquettes down, though. So we have right here, this is just shoveling briquettes in. It's the outside line, which of course I completely planned. And this is in no way a coincidence. Here, we're doing this. I, of course, deeply intuited exactly how this would have to look for maximum beauty. Why did you not go? There we go. And so we're bringing the briquettes down this way. Pretty sure this is going to work out. And if it doesn't, I'm going to blame you, frankly. All right, so right here, yeah, it does work out just fine. Great idea. Okay, I guess you're right. You had this idea. So I was going to blame you if it was going to go wrong, and then it didn't go wrong, so I guess you get the credit. So, right, that's fair. My audience is, in fact, the best. They saw this coming a million miles away. Oh, it's even lined up nice. Absolutely just wonderful. Yeah, nice and even. Okay, almost done. Almost done. whale. Head interrupt, whale hungry. Come here, pick all this stuff. And then I want you to take it over to waste copper ore in right there. Empty that cargo. Then, right there, off you go. And this is now complete. We are now digesting the guts correctly. 2 more to go, I think. And then we have to decide what we're doing for the slaughterhouse. I know whatever I pick, I'm going to regret it. So just embrace sadness, friends. All right, so down, 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 and you're just going straight through, right? Whoop. And this is going to be chitin, I think. I think. Oh, and we have to put windmills in. So, Koopy? Just wasting space so much. Well, no, that's not really the correct way to say. We are reserving space, and it is requiring... I don't think I'm ever going to do that, right? Quartz veins are unusable because of acetylene. Yeah. All right, so right up here, we just did guts, so now we do chitin. That's right. It means we have to go get more atomizers. We're going to definitely run the system completely cold on atomizers. By the time we're through. Thank you. Yes, give me all the things. Yeah. Didn't expect to see all of those right then. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Need more? Probably. Not quite as much as I used to, but blip, blip, blip. Next up, put that back. And for digesting chitin, I believe we just atomize it to geothermal water, which we should collect somewhere, I guess. See if there's anything else we can do. Chitin. This is chitin that we cannot use for any reason. And it means we have a whole bunch of buffers. So this is a way to get rid of it. Geothermal water. This is a very efficient way to make phosphate. I don't want anything that's very efficient. Like, this is just a no, too complex. Just all sorts of food. No, no, no. Bone morphogenic proteins. You need 6 magnesium for this? Wow. I mean, at least it makes a lot. What's this even used for? A group of cytokines adapted to bone growth. All right, so this is for... All right, you make improved animals with this. And then the improved animals get... What's the difference with the growth factor? Oh, I guess it goes faster. Okay. And so you make this thing, and then it's used in what? Oh, extract bones. And then you make a whole lot of bones. Okay. So, all right. It's for making a lot, and I mean a lot of bones. So you're turning all this into bones. Okay. No problem, I guess. Well, I should really just stop looking at this. This is crazy talk. Adding chitin to get more PSI1, nanofibrils. None of these are disposable. So I guess we really are stuck on make geothermal water out of it. I don't really understand this process. Like, where do we get geothermal water out of this from? I don't understand. Then we'll just make it into steam and then just condense the steam in a loop. And then farewell. Or I can make crude salt. Crude salt recipe item. Oh. Is this real? Where do I get the crude? Okay, so it just makes 1 crude salt for 100 geothermal water, and then I can make hydrobromic acid out of it. It's not salt, it's crude salt. Anyway, that's not how we're going to get this stuff. We're doing this. We're doing geothermal water, and then we're just going to turn it into steam and condense it. Yep, that's the plan. All right, so let the copy pasting begin, right? And so right here, the chitin comes in. So we're just going to copy paste this. It's going to be this, but it's going to be the other way. It's nice that we have briquettes just, so we want to H it. Briquettes just donated forever. And then something like this. That's right. Yeah, it looks pretty right. And then we'll just bring in briquettes as per normal. And briquettes will be, what do we do up here? Briquettes went on top, and then, oh, we missed the trick again. We copied it, and then we still have the problem. All right, so we'll do it right. Don't worry. No, I'll sit here. I'll do it right. No problem. I have the patience. I have the raw will. I have the barely constrained internal rage in order to actually do this properly again and again and again and again. All for you guys, my loving viewers. And so chitin makes it in. You guys are going to, well, wait a second. This doesn't exist, right? Like I'm going to leave the structure, but this doesn't exist. Like the internals of this, because we're making geothermal water. So we're just going to leave this here because it keeps the pattern, and patterns define our life and who we are and who we see ourselves as, our dreams and our place in the world. I want everyone to know I also think it's a bunch of crap. So hook it all together, and then in the next tier, we will vent this stuff, right? Okay, oh, well, yeah, way to walk away before actually finishing the job. All right, so chitin will come in, briquettes will come in, and then what do you do with geothermal water? I think it's in the regenerative heat exchanger, right? Yeah. And then it also needs to be heated. But it doesn't need to be heated that high. So I can use the briquettes. Okay. No problem. I shouldn't need too many of these, right? So let's just get like bang, bang, bang. 5. They're kept right there, right? Regenerative heat exchanger. See if we can set up 5. And we have the cooling towers. So we're just going to turn the geothermal water into steam and then just recondense the steam in a loop. It is wasteful, and it goes against the entire philosophy that I described when setting up just the block before this. But at the same time, it does solve the problem. I suppose I could hook this into a geothermal vent, or getting the crude salt out of it is probably the actual solution here. But for right now, for today, we do this. Oh, and I needed burners. Dang. I had that thought in my head and then it fell right out. So just burners? Do we make burners? That's a real good question. I don't know if we do. Burner? Oh, no, that's an oil burner, right? Yeah. Huh. So I guess we have to configure them all for that. Luckily, we have a system, right? So right here, burner. Yeah, you. And that's just stuff from the belt. All right, so it'll be along in a bit. I guess I'll hand build some. Burner should probably go... Yeah, it's pretty similar to this stuff. Burner. Bring in a stack for me. And they will arrive someday. So what did I need for that? I needed stone furnaces and just some iron plates. So give me a stack of iron, I suppose. And then I haven't hand built something in so long. That's such a good feeling. That means you're playing the game correctly. We're actually on the real base. Now I need all of 5 of these, I think. Burner. Oh, so we need 5 each. Oh, okay, so I want 5, so I need 20 now. Here, just take all that. Burner. All those, and then here, take all the ones back. Take them back. Okay, in business. Then back here, and then we figure out how we're going to do this. So obviously you are going to be making steam out of geothermal water. And then you need heat for this for some reason that makes no sense. You don't, oh, you can be rotated. Okay, so I understand how this is going to work now. Where is my burner? It looks like you. Okay, this is new. It didn't always happen to have everything on all sides. Here, we're going to do like this. And this is, the outside belt is always the briquettes, right? Am I willing to commit to that in a court of law? Briquettes come in on the outside, right? Okay, so it's this one, that one, that one, and that one. So you, my friend, go right there, and then right there, and then right there, and then right there, and then right there. All right, so this is probably more than enough, right? So like that, and it's still not good, but it's tolerable, right? Are we lined up in some interesting way? No. Maybe we do something just ugly like this. I mean, that's real ugly, but it also works, so who is going to complain about it? Certainly not me. All right, so the geothermal water makes it in like so. And then the steam will make it out. And then we will get rid of the steam. Yes? And that just goes to a... Oh, there's no water involved with this. Ooh, so there's no... The steam, the water we recondense is an actual waste product. How far am I from the sea? Not that far. Where's my wastewater line? Right here. So I have to tap into that. We're not that far away. It'll be all right. Then we need a tiny recondenser, or big recondenser. H. So something like this. Just hook it in. Then I have to get the water out of here, and then the cycle will be complete. And again, this is just getting rid of chitin. I don't really expect this to run very much, if at all. So I know everyone's looking at me destroying geothermal water and going, no, how can you do, no. And I assure you, this isn't quite a failure condition, but it's, oh, I can just go straight over. Nice. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to be able to do when I get there, but this is a good start. Yeah, fine. So this place is just left open for now. I have to keep going. One more, maybe? Yes, right here. And we are right here in a very inconvenient spot. But we can make it work. And then That is some of the ugliest piping job I have done. That is really quite hideous. But it also works without consuming terribly more lines. Alright, so good. We now flush the water straight out of the system. So, yeah. Okay, so this is now done. We have disposed of chitin once the briquettes arrive. We can digest chitin, rather. So next up, last on our list. Oh, wait a second. We forgot something, didn't we? Did you forget something? This does not include a horrible possibility. So, okay, so any one of you can have jerky in you. You can have jerky in your soul. It can happen to anybody at any time. So, pick up all this. No one is immune to jerky. Alright, so half of you got to be copper. Jerky. And the other one is copper ore. Alright, so jerky could end up here, but jerky could end up lots of places. And it's going to fly by and like, you guys just pick up copper ore. But then it could be right here. Jerky makes its way out of the system like this. And then it comes this way. There could be jerky here. There could be jerky anywhere. I hate jerky. It has to be done right here. So this has to hop like so. And then join in. Then you have to be programmed only for jerky. All right, so actually that's very important because this could fill completely up and all these guts can rot out and then this will be the only thing clearing it. So, okay. So at the end, we get a jerky line back in and then all it does, I'm underneath a whale. How disconcerting. Has to come back in here and join in. And I want input priority from that side. Great. So all jerky now gets concentrated on this line. All waste jerky. I guess I'm going to go make a jerky stack somewhere right here. We're going to need another bio stack. Because jerky needs a 4 because of its nature. Because waste jerky involved. Why isn't this emptying out? Oh, it's just too slow. You waddle's too slow. We might have to upgrade that guy to a whale. I mean, almost certainly, right? And this is good. This is all doing quite well, right? I haven't looked at the agar maker in a very long time. And all this, well, this is all bio crud. Is this good? Like, it's all just hard on. No, this is a bio crud maker. Okay, that's why. Okay, right. This isn't petri dishes. Petri dishes are over here, and they're full up. I mean, for now, right? Okay, so don't pay attention to any of that. That doesn't mean anything to you. Skin doesn't rot. Bones don't rot. Chitin don't rot. So now it's time for the grand finale. Meat and jerky. And it's going to be pretty much the same, right? This is the unknown. So I don't know what's going to be on this. I don't know if anything will ever be on this, but it comes down there to maintain the ceremonial distance. And this is going to be full of jerky and meat. So right there, a big V. Right there, big V. Okay. So we are ready. And fundamentally, it's going to be like this, right? It's going to be exactly like this, actually. So grab all this. Yeah, just all of it. And come on down. Right there. Oh, I don't have the atomizers, do I? I have to go pick up another wave. That's fine. How are we doing on bot power? Like 75% through. Gonna have to be aware of it. All right, atomizers. And then we're gonna be done. And then the next thing we have to do is pick a slaughterhouse upgrade, I think. And then get that working. And that's probably gonna be the rest of the episode. And I'm not sure we're even gonna be able to do that in this episode. Because after I pick that upgrade, I have to get the South Factory working again, however it is. I'm staring blankly looking for that, and I need more. So, atomizers. They were probably made up here, right? A is pretty fast, though I made all of the animal buildings first for some reason. All right, right there. Right there. Nuclear symbol. Easy. Pick up all those, put that back, and make one more area of digestion. And then after this, we're going to have to do blood. But that comes after I make the first... Oh, I can't hit him. That'd be funny if I could. Right, so good. Deploy, my friends, deploy. And so what do we do with meat? What can we turn meat into? Feed it to a dingerito. I'm not gonna. Can turn it into bone meal. That's something I should consider for bones, but I'm not doing that. Maybe if I need more and I actually have waste bones, which I might if I actually pick the laser as my product. So I think we just turn it into iron. The problem is it's so much. We could turn it to iron and chromium. Is there any... Oh, I can do... Tin is very expansive. Chromium is very expansive, but chromium is cheap. And iron is... I don't know. I kind of feel like I should pick two and do something complicated. Maybe pick three and do something complicated. Maybe do nitrogen. There's a lot of ways to vent meat. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do something complicated and weird. Are you ready? Of course you are. So what I'm going to do is this. You are going to make iron ore. Wait, well, I can't. I'll have to figure something out. All right, I can do this, though. Iron ore. Oh, it's made out of blood. No. Out of meat. Right there. So you guys are doing this. That's going to be your job. Iron ore. So we're going to vent meat into iron ore in some aspect. Great. Then we're going to try to also vent you into chromium ore. Meat into chrome ore. I'm just going to do 3 of those. So chromium. See if we can make this work. It's going to be fun, right? Let's do something that is a little bit wild. Let's go a tiny bit crazy, right? All right, and then for my last trick, it'll be whatever the other one is. It's tin ore, I think. Yeah. So U3. So it's not perfectly balanced, but it's pretty good. Tin ore. Right there. So now the problem is, this is a mixed ore belt where I can't block anything. So what I have to do is filter. Right? This is what we have to do. And so it has to be like this. Where are you guys? Where were you from? What's going on here? So priority to, oh, you can only filter one thing out at a time. Oh, that's terrible. I need to filter out 2 things at a time. Ah, and then split again to actually divide everything. That would have been slick, but I guess that's not how it works. It makes it harder, doesn't it? Well, I can divide here and take this down, and now I'll only have iron ore and jerky on this. So if I do this, and then just leap over, right? And I can sort that down there. There'll be like a jerky out right here. That still leaves me with 3 things. I'm getting to not like this idea. It's making my life harder, and I want to make my life easier. So maybe I just don't. I don't with the variety pack. Because here's the problem, right? So the variety pack comes down, and I have 4 different items on this belt. And obviously jerky ends up at the last and comes down right here. And then we're going to deal with jerky down here. And so all the ores have to be handled here. And you might think, well, just have 1 hand for each one. But that's not how it's not good, right? No, this doesn't work either. Maybe something like this. It kind of doesn't work, right? It's closer to working, but not. So we can do this like this. And then we can output priority to the left and you be tin. Then we can output priority to the right, no, to the left, and that will be chromium. Right? And so tin will be out here, and we'll put a single hand. And tin will be out there. And then we'll leave, that leaves 2 for jerky and iron ore, which leaves jerky right there, right? So this probably works, right? Tin, chrome, iron ore, and then we'll do something complicated here. So give me one of these. Let's talk about possibilities, friends. So we want everything, right? Everything. So we need like a sum, right? We know, where's a summer? So we have to do something like this, right? We want each plus each, maybe? And then output like go equals 1. Where's the signal coming from? That's comparator. All right, so maybe you don't need red. This is how you know we're getting into the weeds, right? Okay, so let's chunk in just some stuff. All right, so we should be getting 119, right? Ah, so it's not. It's doubling that for some reason. There we go. Yeah, so everything gets put together and G equals that much. And we don't want G, we want it to be T. T. Okay. So now I take some out. Now it's 100. Now I take out more. Now it's 50. Now I take out everything. It's 0. All right, so what I want is if T, right here, T is greater than, they stack to 50, so 4,000. 4,000. Go equals 1. So that's how we know we're going to need a drop. Okay, so whale right here. Add interrupt whale hungry. Add destination right here where we wait for circuit condition. We wait for comparator equals go. Then we unload items, load items until target has do we have empty? I suppose we have to do this, so it's even more complicated. So we want load, load, load. And we're going to do iron ore, and we're going to do tin ore, and we're going to do chrome ore. Now this is already taking too long. This is going to lead to a huge amount of problems, isn't it? So you go to iron waste, and then you unload until iron has iron ore equals 0. Then we go to tin waste, which is right there. Unload items until caravan has tin ore equals 0. And then finally we go to chrome. And then unload items until caravan has chromium. Right there, chromium ore equals 0. And this is your life. It's a complicated. So you come here, you wait until it's almost full. And that's triggered by a circuit condition. Then you strip out all of everything, no matter what proportion it was in. And then you go fly away and you deposit it all. And if one of these clogs and we can't undo it, then everything stops. As opposed to, like, if one of these things clogs, then this will clog and everything will go. So this is almost like the worst case scenario. Like, it'd be much better if I just do this all with just one. All right, we're going to let this go and see what happens, but let it be known I do not have a lot of faith in what I've just done. Off you go, my friend. Do you have whale hungry? You do. Okay, good. So now all we have to do is deal with jerky. So we have the jerky gate right there, and the jerky comes right down here. And honestly, we just decided that we're going to actually try to use it. So just like the biocrud. So do I want to do this here? Because the chances are if we have to wind again, I don't know. I don't know what I want. We're going to do it right here for right now. And if I have to move it later, then I will be appropriately sad, right? All right, sure, like that. And I have to go get another whale, and then I have to make a jerky sorting area. And that will require a jerky vent. And then I don't know where that's going to be. I don't know what's going on with that. Do not ask me these questions. Then down we go, right? Is this how I did it over there? Yeah. Yeah, slick. All right, so after this jerky sorting, and we just push that down the the road a little bit. And then after that, we have to do something with slaughterhouse upgrades. We have to make that decision. And that's a terrifying one right there. I don't like the turd system. I really don't. The upgrade, like I've been vocal about to the developers. You either have a choice that you can reasonably switch between. You don't, or you have a long game time, or you have a short game time comparatively and permanent decisions. Like a short game time to me might be, 24 hours. That's fine. I can play a single run of a single game for 24 consecutive hours over a couple of weeks and then come out happy and then want to try it again with different permanent decisions. That's me right there. But the shorter the game time, the harsher the decisions that you make can be. And currently with this, with the upgrade system, it's hitting not quite the sweet spot, but like the anti-sweet spot where it's doing just about everything wrong. I think respec should be much, much cheaper and much, much earlier. The fact that I'm so long into this game, I've only had one respec is a real big problem. Like, the question is, what is all this for then? Okay, anyway, so we've accomplished our goal. The digestion system is done. The stomach of the factory is in. I feel like I probably should have done this somewhere else. It feels like it should be in the lines right here. You know? I don't know, it's fine here too. If anything, it probably should have been done right here. I should have gotten to this earlier, but I didn't have this vision then. Whatever. So we are now ready to accept our first animal products. Oh, what happened here? Oh, I clipped something. And that will be Augs, and that will be probably not this episode, but will be next episode, certainly, right? Well, this is just terrible. It's getting worse. All right, so that's better. And now you all have power, and the wet market is ready. Okay, great. For the last trick, I have to establish a jerky bin somewhere. I'm going to assign a whale to it. So that has to be right here, right? In the bio. Well, maybe not. It could be part of the wet market. It is meat, after all. It's also kind of food, but waste food isn't really a concept. So I guess it's going to be right here. It's going to be in the bioproduct line. So yeah, let's do it. Grab this. This is most appropriate. Then up. It goes like that, right? 2 up from the walkway. That's not right, right? No, it is right. 2 up from the walkway. Good. All right, it is in place. And we even have bots here. So nice. So why aren't you hooked up? Are we out of line? No, it's a different pattern. And I don't know where we're going to get this stuff from because I can't move it over right here. Maybe we can do something tricky right here. Yeah, we can. Yeah, it still works. Just try to make sure not to copy this, right? All right, we need one more whale, and then we have to make a decision. I'm going to take a nice little break, come back refreshed, and then we're going to make a decision we were almost sure to immediately regret. I came here for a whale. And we need more animals of all types. Maybe we don't use a whale. Maybe this is for end jerky. Jerky might be bulky. Let's use caravan to start with. Dinosaur hungry. And then I want you to go over to the bottom of the stomach where we find jerky. Fill your cargo. And I want you to take it all the way up to the new jerky out. Then empty cargo. And then where'd he go? I ran away from him this time. Here, take that on your way. Okay, so there's a bit of a problem coming, right? If I cap this off at 5 high, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Means I only have 4 more plants to do right here, and I have more plants than that coming. So I'm going to have to move over and have another plant line. Whatever. That's not so bad. I mean, it definitely could be a lot worse. Where are we? Hour 15 minutes? Yeah. We're not going to get 2 augs today. We're going to get close to augs. So we have to decide slaughterhouse upgrades. Let's just look at it, and then I will think about it. Then I'll come back and we'll talk about the button I will press. So there's use a laser, there's using speakers, and there's using grease. And grease is by far the easiest to manage. Okay, noted. And so this, what's it do? It takes this, it makes extra meat. I kind of don't want that. Extra meat and extra guts. That just says extra waste material. I don't like that at all. Extra blood, but it's arthropod blood. Meat, arthropod blood, no. Tendons and keratin are the ones I care about. So let's see if we can find where that is and interview it. Who makes tendons? It's dingrits, right? Who knows what a dingrit? No, it's a kamut. That's what it is. Who knows what a kamut looks like? There we are, kamut. So instead of getting 2 tendons, you end up with 4. So it's just straight doubled. Okay, and what's the other thing? Keratin? Keratin comes from what now? I don't even know. Dilmos? No. Where does keratin come from? Same amount of carapaces, even though I would have thought that. Where does keratin come from? I'm trying to find animals I don't recognize, but I recognize all of them, or most of them. Fadai. Keratin, there we go. Silmics. So silmics make keratin. So we're going to have to actually slaughter these. So you get 3, and now you get 6. So you just double that. Or then we get double photopores, and double pelts, and double carapaces. So this is like extra skin, and then extra chitin is probably important, right? Maybe. Double chitin. So this is strong. Extra fish oil is also really good. Because fish oil is annoying. It's like the only reason to slaughter fish is for the oil. And so that counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 solid bonuses. And the extra skin doesn't really matter. So this might actually be the best, the mercy killing. Play music and let them rest. And then, the splatter happens. And then we use lasers. Lasers are expensive. And we get extra blood, lard, sulfuric acid, bones, and brains. I'm leaning towards the... because there's nothing special here. Like, you're going to raise trits to get the photopores. This doubles that. And so you're going to need half as many trits, half as much fish, half as much chitin producing Varox, because I'm going to need that. Half as many pelts, half as many Fadais. It's like this is substantial, I think. Because it gives more special items. Whereas this gives less of like, so there's going to be 2 types of animals I make. There's going to be the mainline, I mean, material pieces, and this is going to make this a little better. So it turns like an aug into more like a muckmoo. And it gives a few extra brains, 5% chance at an extra brain. And it's also the most expensive of all of these. If it doubled the brains, this would probably definitely be the one, because it would be extra vat brain cartridges, but only 5% more vat brain cartridges. I kind of don't think we're going to do that. So that leaves this. It gives us better special animals, and for everything else, it doesn't really do much. Like, it makes everything else harder. Ooh. Thinking of like that hurts. So it makes slaughtering everything else harder, because we're going to need to bring in speakers, and it's going to do nothing for us. So like doing cotton guts right here. Yeah, it just gives us extra skin. Like, that's it, skin. And I know skin is good for making xenogenic cells and a lot of other stuff. It's good for glycerol. This is like more special things, less animals overall, less different types of animals. This is all animals are a bit better in every way that counts. And so you need to have fewer of your main animal, which would probably be augs, right? Augs? Where are you? Augs? Yeah, this makes augs a very balanced animal. Extra bones, extra lard, extra brain. So I'm thinking this. I think we got to go mercy killing. Where's these programmable speakers at? And we're going to just see how this goes, and hopefully I don't horribly regret this decision. So, speaker, programmable speaker. They're easy. This makes just one, unfortunately. So I guess I make these up here, and I ship them both to this factory and to the South Factory, and then put up a little logistic network on the South Factory to distribute these to the slaughterhouse network. Okay, I'm going to get these up and going first, though. Good plan, good plan. I'm going to take a little break. I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and in my time away, my resolve has solidified. We're going to go over and just underline it one more time. This last one right here, lard use, it's the easiest and is the worst. Extra meat and guts is kind of like a curse. Extra arthropod blood doesn't matter. Extra formic acid doesn't matter. Bone meal, tendons, and keratin is where it's at. And so that's 3 different classes of creatures that you might slaughter half as much of. Bone meal is counts as only half of that, because bone meal is easily made from bones, which you can get anywhere else. Like, extra bones right here is essentially extra bone meal. So second best is laser cutting, and that is just better base creatures all around. You're going to be slaughtering fewer creatures all told to get the base animal materials you need. So this is it's just good. But mercy killing right here, supplying speakers. This is the specialist one, where you get the most specialist materials out. And this is going to lead to fewer slaughterhouses overall, fewer being able to go farther with fewer breeding facilities, specifically raising animals for slaughter. The advanced animals. So you'll need more base animals compared to the laser, but fewer animals overall. So we're going to go with that, and we're going to now make a facility to construct speakers for everything. It's not something you would do in the mall. Mall is for intermediate production that you can wait on. If you need something now, you make it in this area down here. And I've gone way hard on... Oh, what's wrong with you? Why are you out of food? I've gone way hard on the windmills in here. That's a vice. Let's be clear about that. Mr. Dinosaur. Oh, I didn't hook up the jerky. Here, first off, you no longer store food. You now dinosaur hungry. And then, how did you run out of food? Here, let's give you a few more, right? Just to make sure you get on your feet. And you're waiting right here, I think. This is kind of an applicable delivery to what I want to do, right? So we want to make a programmable speaker. We're going to want to supply this to both the North and the South factory. We need sticks, cable, simple circuits, and iron. So I might as well just make a dedicated thing for it, right? And this is the place for it. So, right about here, let's do it. I'm going to need to get more caravans because I don't have enough. And then just a transformation right here. Oh, this is such an old area of the base. Look, it's even using slow inserters because I still hadn't gotten to the point where I was making everything fast enough. That's wild. Another caravan outpost right here. Just a simple transformation, right? I suppose if I need more than 2 of these, there's going to be a problem. So we need speaker. How long does it take to make this? 2 seconds, so just 1 second here. So we're just printing these. All right, so we need now something I haven't pulled out in a while. Where is this? This is most modern, right? So I'm going to have to go get dinosaurs. Maybe I go do that right now. Go get dinosaurs, bring them north, and then program this, and then come back south, and then salvage the Southland. I don't know how that's going to work. Well, I've got a pretty strong idea how that's going to work. I'm going to make a logistic network. Directly on site. You'll see. It's going to be fine. I am looking for something that's not here. I'm staring blankly at the screen. Over here? Yeah, there's our caravans. So give me some of these. And then just fill up on this. And back north. And I think, in the end, we are going to end up A-okay. So Mr. Dinosaur, we're going to end up bottlenecked is what we are. So our numbers. What are our numbers? Iron stick stacked to 100. Cable is to 200. So it's 4.5, 6.5. Just do 10. Okay, so the number is 10. 10. It's hard to describe what I'm doing. It's the amount of material in a caravan. 10 unit spaces, essentially. So our number should be 300 each. So we're going to need enough for 300 recipes. So that's 1,200 sticks. Then we need 1,500 cable, followed by 1,200 simple circuit, followed by 900 iron plate. That's 900 spaces. That's 9 spaces, followed by, then we're at 15 spaces. Then we're at 22 spaces. That goes over. How did I not do this right? Where is my stick bin? It's been so long since... Okay, so yeah, you're just like iron sticks. So 4, 7... Oh, yeah, that's not right at all. 4, 7, 9, 12. Our number should be 12. So 3,000 divided by 12. 2,500. All right, so that's different. So we need 1,000 sticks, 1,300 cable, 1,000 simple circuit, and then 800 iron plate. So that's 8, 12, 22, and that's, yeah, that'll fit. Okay, good. The math works out. We're going to kind of bottlenecked, aren't we? Dinosaur hungry. I want you to go shopping. You are to go get sticks. Sticks. Then you load items until caravan has iron stick in quantity 1,000. Then I want you to go get copper cable, which is right there. Load items until caravan has copper cable in quantity 1,300. Then I want you to go get simple circuits, which is right about here, right? Aren't they manufactured items? No, right there. Then load items until have simple circuit in quantity 1,000, followed by iron plates in quantity iron plate in quantity 800. Okay, so it should probably be iron plate and then circuit and then copper and then sticks. So I did this in almost the worst order I could. Iron, copper, like that, like that. That's probably good enough, right? Then I want you to come here and I want you to wait for circuit condition, which is comparator equals go. And then I want you to unload until target. Unload until target. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's going to be sticks. It's going to be iron plate. I wish you could listen to me and just do what I'm saying. Cable. And know what I mean, of course, and be able to understand my slurring. Simple circuit. In number 1,000, in number 800, in number 1,300, in number 1,000. Okay, you are now locked and loaded. Where'd you go? There. Go and do my bidding. Then I'm going to have to wait for it to get back. Ugh. Alright, so that can stay. That's nice. Then you don't, and your copper cable. Copper cable? Great. And sticks. And that's right there. Followed by, at last, iron plate. Iron plate. Great. Perfect, right? And now it should be broadcasting that. And this guy is picking up, right? Oh, he's so far back. Where are you going? Oh, he's... Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I probably should have done this a little differently, right? Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, man. Had to take a pretty long break there. What was I doing? Can someone please remind me of what I was doing? Oh. Oh, yeah. We're trying to make speakers. So that we can take the slaughterhouse upgrade and then we can repair the south very, very, very quickly. So this guy's just going to have to, here, while we're waiting, let's do something useful, right? We need a jerky disposal unit. So do I have a nice bank of just a few recycling units? I think I would be able to tell by now, right? Because it would just be it would be looking like this, because recycling units are enormous. Just a bank of them somewhere that I can just copy paste. Like, what else do I have to biomass and then mulch? Honestly, I can't remember. Oh well, let's stop. Wait, right there, the guano? Yeah. Yeah, can I do another one right here and even take advantage of this? Can I do this? Can I turn this into jerky recycling as well? And then just a big V. Oh, I can. Oh, the synergy. Oh, the joy. Okay, let's do this. Do I have... Oh, I've got a whole bunch of caravans in my inventory. Can't even remember why this is, but, you know, not that bad. And then... I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Let's get this through. So, recycling center in quantity 5. Surprisingly enough, exactly what I need. Oh, and then I have to hook up jerky to the alarm system. If I'm going to do it, let's do it right, right? Okay, so this is going to be jerky disposal. For when we just have too much jerky in our lives. Those horrible moments when you look around and you just see nothing but jerky. Alright, so Mr. Dinosaur, Dinosaur Hungry, then I want you to go up to the jerky store and get all the waste jerky and come right here and then empty that. And that should be it, right? That's the full course. That's everything. That's all of everything being completely digested. Though I don't think I have anything for waste biocrud yet, right? So that's something I have to deal with. Yeah, there's nothing here. So I'm going to have to mulch that as well at some point. So here, let's make a note of that somewhere before I forget about it. Biocrud waste disposal. Because it's all of a sudden it's very important because this so much will choke if it's not going. You know what I mean? Like the entire animal slaughter system will come to a halt, and that's going to have very widespread ramifications. So I really do have to take this seriously. All right, get you some jerky, son. So maybe we'll have speakers by now. Yes, we will. Oh, they don't stack very high. Ooh, that's unfortunate. All right. Well, it's almost time to press the button, so let's head south. I think I'm just gonna fix the slaughterhouses and then probably call it a day. Maybe I need to go get some bots for this. I think I'm gonna... Well, let's see what happens first. I'm gonna break everything, right? Like, everything is gonna completely break here. Didn't I have prod modules in here? I could have sworn I prodded this all to hell and gone. Alright, so it's time to do it. It's time to press the button. Everything is going to break when I do this. And we're taking the upgrade that gives us extra bonus items. So extra, you only get trits for photopores, you only do fish for fish oil, you only do xylopho for shells, you only do Vrox for chitin once you can make formic. You only do dingrits or pelts, and you only do fidei for carapaces. And so it's just the extra. So, did we all just halt? Yes. We all just halted. And how to do this, right? So what I should probably do is just... like right here. Well, no. They're going to be broken down is the problem. So what we need first and foremost... what I'm going to do is distribute these by bots. Because, yeah, I am. That's it. So, I probably should have gotten bots before I did this. That would exercise foresight, right? Oh, wait. That's going to put a speaker on here. That's no good. That was ill-advised. Here, don't take anything out. I'll be back in a second. All right, let's go actually try to do this right. Go get a whole bunch of bots. We're going to solve this problem in a pretty brutal way. Well, not... okay, brutal's the wrong word. Let's straightforward. Okay, brutal's a pretty good word. I like that word. Brutal. That's what we're doing. We have to play music for them, even though I guess it gives us twice as much. That gives a lot of skin. Wow. All right. So caravan outpost, simulated delivery, actual delivery, dinosaur hungry. And then I want you to go all the way up to speaker central right here. And I want you to fill your inventory. Why are you out? No, that's him. Never mind. Okay. And I want you to empty your cargo right there. All right, come here. Go do that. Okay, so we have speakers here, and we're going to have to dump them into a provider chest, right? It's going to be providing, and then you'll go right there, and here you go. Provide that. Now we have to put this in an area, right? And this is how it's going to get around. Where is the thing? Right there. That's probably nothing I care about. Okay, so not you, you right there. So here we go. I suppose the thing to do is this. What we want is to make sure all these guys get speakers. And I suppose I could put speakers on each one, but I want a pattern that I can copy paste. And so how do I do that? So we're going to have to do something like this, right? And then it's going to be real simple. Now I'm going to requester chest. And you're going to request... I wish I could only request one. Actually, speaker. That's right. Can we only... oh, okay, we have to request in lots of 10. That's unfortunate. All right, so it comes here. And so you have to do filters, blacklist, speaker. That's right, no speaker. You don't take the speaker. None of you take the speaker. I'm going to have to come up with a permanent solution for this. Except for, oh, I really should have mechanicals, shouldn't I? Huh. Do I have any mechanical inserters just around? I can't even remember. Do I make mechanical inserters back in the old mall? Yeah, of course I do. All right, let's go get a stack. Just like old times, right? I wonder why the food, the meat line, the lunch line is clogged. Too much meat? That probably means something. I don't care. just run away. This has meaning for someone, but that someone is not me. Goodbye, good sirs. Goodbye. Right there. Nice, happy mechanical inserters. Requires no power. How they work, we do not know. I have to do og food next. Og food and then fish food. All right, mechanical inserters. You are out and then in and then over, and you are like them, but you're whitelist. All right, so this will pull everything that's not the speaker, and then we'll keep it loaded. And then the speaker, if it survives, will get pulled out and then moved over. I think this is a good idea. I can't tell. Let's do it and see what happens, right? All right, so all these guys go. I should probably do the muck moves first, right? Should probably do, because we don't have enough speakers in the system. Correct? Oh, and now we have to connect this together. Like so, and then like so. Oh, you need power. There you go. All right, speakers come. I wish I could only ask for like 2 speakers. We'll do one of these, and that's going right. And this makes quite a lot of skin. This is probably going to have... Oh, it also makes double the fish oil. That's just plain needed. So that's an immediate benefit. And now the moose. Why do we have nobody here? So it's like this, and then like this, right? And then extend the range. Like so. And then we're going to have trouble, and we're going to have to extend the range again. Can I put that there? No. What is this? Just boxes? Weird. Okay, there. And eventually we'll have more speakers, right? Didn't I have... Could have sworn at one point I had, Oh, what's going on here? Oh, no speakers. I could have sworn at one point I had these all prod modded. I guess that was decided that just doesn't work anymore, huh? They don't do it like that. Alright. So this is probably also why we're running out. There's no good place to put this, huh? Except like right here. And then right there. Power of bots compel you. The power of bots compel you. Oh, it's another jerky mulcher. Alright, so just got nothing, right? Because we don't have any. What do we have here? He's on his way. Oh, okay. So now I can just freely distribute these wherever I want. Because we have reinforcements coming in. Oh, and it did yellow. That's interesting. It's nice to see that the... See how it popped up red, though, after I replaced it? That was nice. I don't want this thing. So, go right there. Alright, so just distribute these equally, I guess. Because we have... oh, how to do this. Right here, I suppose. Right, in theory, this is all working. And everyone's hooked up. So now I can hook up these other ones, and I suppose I'll hang around until, like, does this actually do anything? He asks, knowing full well who made it, and thus answers his own question. Right there. Why? Oh, I ran out. Oh, okay, so I need another round of mechanical hands. I was not expecting that. Oh, I also have to make sure I go and do the trits, where they are butchered for their photopores. Byakuas, that stopped too. That's okay. And tech is going. I really need to make casein up north. I gotta prioritize that. Maybe I should have gotten even more mechanical hands. I think maybe I will regret what I have failed to grab. Alright, so sure. And then like you, and like you, and then like you. Only, wait a second. I failed to do something right. Oh, why? I failed to set all of these to don't take speakers. That's probably causing me problems in Moo Land right now. And I have made a mistake right there, and that's wonderful. you guys can turn. Okay, good. Ish. What am I going to do with all this skin? It's probably going to clog up on so much skin. All right, so what's this? No cage. Ooh, we need to do no cage and no speaker. So all of these need to be upgraded. Ooh. Speaker. So this is how it has to be now. I guess it's easier to do all three, but... And then pick one up later, I guess. And then they have to be turned back on. This is suddenly getting ugly. I think probably one is okay. Simply because we have increased stack size. Is there a speaker right there? Yep. There are going to be speakers on the entire line, right? What do we suppose that's going to do? It's going to get to the end and just kind of sit there clogging up something, right? Yep. Okay, so we're going to have to investigate the end of the lunch line after this and try to collect all the speakers that haven't made it all the way through, or actually made it all the way through undigested. This is actually kind of a substantial change, isn't it? Okay, so speakers getting replaced. And I'm going to have to make a note to myself to come and check on this later, right? Because I get the feeling we've probably caused a problem that will clog up the entire factory if I allow it to persist. All right, so all of those, no speaker, no cage. Oh, all the other slaughtering areas are going to also have this problem. So do I need to put in another caravan to bring in speakers? Oh, and also at the Trits? Oh, man. Yeah, I guess that is true of everything I just said, right? Here, make a ton of fish and a ton of fish oil. A ton of skin and a ton of fish oil. Alright, I suppose. I'm sad it's not giving me double the venom. Okay. So now you got your speakers. Or you'll have them soon, right? Yeah. Alright, and then this is properly done. And so now it's Zillifo up here, I guess. And we're getting double shells. Yay, right? We can do this on the outside so long as blacklist speaker is what we do here. So let's go fix that. All you guys blacklist speaker. Is that what I'm doing? No, I want to do the opposite of that. Come on, guys. Pay attention to what I mean, not what I say and what buttons I click. Okay, right there. Now, all I have to do is... I wonder if I can do speaker transfer between them. And if it will work up until the point where one decays. Like, if it was 100%, I could have it transferred and all the way back. But, they decay, so no, it's not how it works. And I could do like a sushi belt, which is probably what I'm going to do up in the North Factory. But we'll see. All right, extending bot range. I'm going to have to go get more bot hives. I knew this was going to be a pretty big change, but I underestimated exactly how big of a change it was going to be. It's right there, and just power it up. Now you're making double shells. So 8 shells for Zillifo. Well, your lime problems just departed. I'm not sure Zillifo even have anything close to an ear. No, it can't unload, so it's not loading, so don't look at that. Alright, so this is, we're gonna call it not the best situation, but it's a dealable situation. So I need 2 more stacks of Logibots. Just 2 more. Then I have to bring in still more speakers. Ugh. Well, it's what caravans are for, right? Logibots are right here. Can I just search for Slaughterhouse? Will it show me? Slaughter. No, it will not. Yeah, it's just, it builds stuff. It won't look for the actual buildings, which is sad. All right, so what I need now is to go over to the Trit slaughtering area right here, and you will not slaughter the Trits because you don't have the speaker anymore. You are making double the photopores though, so that's very nice. All right, so what we have to do, bring in caravan outpost right here, and we need this guy to go dinosaur hungry. Add destination all the way north to speaker central right here. Right, no, left. Where did I put this? Right here, speaker central. I need you to fill your cargo. I need you to come right here, and I need you to empty that cargo. And here's your snack. And you're probably gonna have a lot of trouble with that. So, as before, a single provider chest. Properly regulated. And then a bot hive. Where are you? Can we do just one? Just one? Yeah, we can get them all with just one. Pretty sure anyway. No, it'll have to be in the middle. Which is, like, not terrible. Well, I don't have the, Here, we do this. Then after this, we have to do augs, and that's going to be hardest of them all, I guess, because I know that area is very dense. All right, use filters, blacklist, speaker. So you take everything that's not the speaker. And this is like doubling the trits, because all we do this is for the photopores. And that's, how bad can that be, right? And now we have to install the cycler. So from right here, this is what we do. And I guess we just put them in the back. We stick them literally wherever they can go. And then sooner or later, this will do something, right? Oh, here, have some bots. Where? Right there. All right, so soon this will all work, right? Assuming this guy gets there in time, and he's in the base. He's getting there. How is speaker production? It may be an episode or two before everything catches up, but it'll get there. Yeah, speaker production's quite good. Kind of wish I could prod mod it. I'm glad the arms are keeping it filled, and it's just going at the speed of this factory. Alright, so let's check out the south again. Are we jammed anywhere? No. We've processed all the moose. No, here's a moose. The moose has arrived. Where are the cages? It says. It has no cages. Okay, we have a problem in that the cages are missing and that has to go that way. I'm glad I looked at this, right? Good job on me for looking at this. Okay, good. So the cages can now make their way back. Okay, great. To be continued. I will return. So right here we are processing fish and we're making quite a lot of fish oil. I know this was a bottleneck at some point, but it's like double the fish being slaughtered and a little more skin. So this is, it's a very good upgrade. It really is. No arcwads around. It's fine. No Zapiers around. That's fine. This is completely clogged. Okay, so there's nothing really to talk about right here. But doubling the amount of photopores, that is meaningful. Yeah. And where are you? You're probably on the way back now, right? No, he just arrived. He's just about to arrive, and he'll just pick up and come back. All right, we'll set up the augs. And then we'll wait for the rest. All right, so we'll check in on that before the end. Right now we have to hook up augs, and once that's done, we'll probably call it, right? Where exactly do we do this? Does anyone remember how this base works? All right, so first off, we have to do the other thing. These guys all have to be even better. So we have to do this, and you have to also not take speakers. And this upgrade does absolutely nothing for these things. Well, I mean, it gives us more skin, and that really doesn't matter, does it? Nope. So congratulations, I guess. Seems like we have a backup here for some reason. Overflow on blood? Why aren't we producing? Okay, no speakers. Okay, actually, the problem solves itself, right? You took an upgrade which stops us from being able to process. And so, look around. Do you see anyone processing? No. Congratulations, your upgrade worked. And just throwing down power poles without any artistry. Look at these simple power poles. This is from a deep before time. Okay, and now, I have to bring in speakers. So maybe we'll put down this, and we can definitely cover all of it if I'm just a little clever. And usually I can manage a little clever. I mean, it's going to cause me a seizure later on. But don't worry, it's worth it. So go up and get speakers. Fill that cargo, and then come on down. Then empty that cargo. Here is your kibble. Go and do it. See you soon, my friend. So right here, and then red chest. I feel bad using bots, but this is jury-rigging an old area in order to work for just a little while longer. Because I'm going to abandon this entire factory. Don't tell anyone, though. Once they hear you're leaving, they get all weird. So you go right there, right? Here. Just have no standards whatsoever. As if anyone thinks I actually did have standards. No, people have been watching. They understand who I am. All right, so there. You are all attached now. And once we have speakers, this will start moving again. All right, so let's go look at, see if the Tritosaur made its way back. I kind of think it hasn't. Because we've been moving pretty fast. Does anyone remember where I do this? Photopores right there. Hasn't arrived yet. Where are you? In the factory? Yes. So we're just gonna, oh, I didn't stock this with bots. There you go. If I go look down here now, we are full up, and that guy's filling. Okay, so the AUG supply is going to take a while. This is working, yeah. And then it's going to get a little concentrated right here, but it only is going to refill once a speaker blows out. That's just fine. Okay, so good. Except for too much skin. Oh, let's take a look at fish oil. Fish oil. In production, just up there now. That's nice. Production probably about doubled. Okay, so photopores. If I try to find it again. Lost in my own factory. It was in an interstitial space. Right there. We should have them. Yes, they've been distributed. Yes, we are producing all of, yeah, photopores flooding over. Nice. And so we will never ever lack for optical fiber, or 1D photonic crystals, or fluoropores. They're used for quite a lot of things, aren't they? They decay very fast, so we're going to have to be slaughtering them on site in a lot of places. Good. Can't keep up with the flood of material. I suppose that's pretty good, right? And this is all coming across. And just going round and round. Oh, they're all going to rot out because we don't need any optical fiber. So we probably shouldn't be slaughtering these guys right now. But I'm also not going to mess with it. So, yeah. Yeah. And still on the way up. All right, we're not going to wait for that guy. I'm just going to assume this is going to work. I'll try to check back in on it next episode. I'm going to have to inspect all of this, but here, all the lime ever. Thank you and goodbye. I kind of want to... No. There's no such thing as a waste shell, really. It's just I'm going to be grinding them to lime, and I'm going to be using them in science, so whatever. It'll be okay. And meanwhile, this is doing just fine. No, wait, it's not. No, you got to go that way. It's actually doing quite the opposite of just fine. Wow. Maybe it's a good thing I pay attention every once in a while, right? Okay, so now this is going to take... It's going to have a better chance of processing all those moves. Okay, good. Good, kinda. Why can't we have efficiency here anymore? It's kind of sad. Ah, well. Not going to bother with it. It's time to head north, and it's time to do a recap, and then it's time for me to go do something else. So let's wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This, probably a problem, right? Don't look at it. Just walk away. It's a problem for a different sort of me, a later, older sort of me who definitely has more time than I do. So we'll let him finish that. As for me, I'm just going to declare it good. And we're not... Look at this flood. Thank you. The power flows into me. It's going to take the touch of a master to get inside. Oh, nice. All right, so frame ourselves. Get roughly in the right spot. Zoom out. Fine-tune ourselves. Right there? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, and now come over like that. This is the perfect place. All right, and print screen. What did we do today, ladies and gentlemen? So, we obviously finished the end of the digestion system. Like I started yesterday, we're going to have the grand animal parts in right there, and then it gets sorted up to the wet market. So this is where you go if you need some meat or if you need some skin or whatever. You need an assorted animal bit. It's going to be in these rows, and it's built to be extensible, and it's going to do all sorts of stuff. There's belts going up to the wet market, and there's belts coming down which carry waste products. Jerky on the right, biocrud on the left. And then it comes down here into the digestion system, which is where we get rid of waste animal parts. Like, we can't clog the entire system because we have too much skin, because we're going to actually need guts or something, you know? So we have to make sure that it's a non-blocking operation. What's a good word for taking something apart? Not dissection. There's got to be something like, what was the word in the Book of Hours? I can't remember. Well. But anyway, every animal bit we pull off one of our test subjects up there will come down here and find its way out of the system. And this is all just destroying animal bits. This is just, here we take brains, turn them into lard, mulch the lard, burn the mulch. And the brains exit the world here, so we can never block on brains. And here we process lard. We can never block on lard. Here we block on bones, process bones. We will never block on bones. And this is skin. I think we can block on skin if we can't get rid of the lead. That's going to be a problem for the future. And here we block on guts if we can't get rid of copper and acetic acid. And here, chitin, which we turn into geothermal water, we turn it into steam, and then we just recondense it. So chitin exits the system right here. And I wonder if it's, oh yeah, chitin does have a blocking character, because we need to slaughter arquads, and arquads come with chitin, but we really want the venom out of the arquads. So yes, chitin needs to be processed. And then lastly, we process meat by turning it into all kinds of ores, which we then try to ship out. I don't have a lot of confidence in what I did down there today, but hopefully it doesn't ruin my life too badly. We're going to have to watch it. The entire system's going to block up a couple times when we grab the pull starter and give a yank, and then everything starts moving. So we're going to try to go slow at first, but eventually we're going to end up with lots of problems here. Luckily, everything that decays should decay into biocrud, which goes into the biocrud sorter, and I don't have a biocrud vent. But everything that decays on the jerky side goes into jerky, and I do have a jerky vent put in right there. So hopefully that problem will take care of itself if it ever arises. Lastly, I did an analysis on the slaughterhouse upgrades, because I know we're going to have to be using them very soon, and I decided to get the speakers one. It is easier than the laser one, and it also, what it does is, a lot of these animals have specialty parts, like a specialty item that it can only be obtained from that animal's carcass, like the photopores, fish oil and such, and this doubles a lot of those. So it's going to cut in half the amount of those specific animals I need, which is an unalloyed good thing. So Augs, it's not going to affect. I'm going to need half as many fish because I do. I'm going to need half as many trits because of that, and those are all fantastic things. Bad news is I have to cart speakers around. Good news is I don't think it's going to be that difficult, especially if I'm using a sushi belt. Up in the slaughter area. I mean, it's going to be Sushi Belt City when doing alien life stuff. But anyway, that is what I did today, and I am now done. Next up, I have to do AUG food, and that's going to be good because I'm going to immediately link that into this, and it's going to be one more thing that isn't, we do not depend on the South Factory for. And then after AUG food, do the AUG stack, like a placeholder for aug uplifting, and then all the aug ingredients, and then right here it is making little augs, and then processing, raising the augs, and then up here maybe, or right here, however the math works out, then slaughtering the augs, and then that'll all get routed into a single box. The box will connect up here using a whale, and then it will sort out, and then we will have all sorts of meat products. After that, we will make fish food, and we will make fish, and that will make antimony come to life. And then we'll probably do substrate after that. Advanced substrate and special substrate, if only to get things in these blocks right here, because they've been holes forever. Then after that, we can get Yadals and Navens online. I may take a little break to go do that. Besides, I'm going to do uplifting in these areas. I didn't set this up correctly. These should all be up by 1, and we should be doing uplifting inputs and everything and have it organized. But instead, I'm going to do uplifting fields right here, and then we're going to do Yadals and Navens. So we're going to have to do a little bit of an artillery day over there. Yeah, there's lots of plans afoot. Anyway, really happy how this worked out. Very intrigued to see how it's going to jam and ruin my life. But I think that's it for now. So thank you very much, everyone. I will see you all around. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.